Yeah, okay. That's really cool. That's actually really cool. Are you making pretty good silver? So I don't know if this is what you're doing, but a lot of times I know if you troll like kind of just at the mouth of that river, you'll catch a lot of them. Is that what you're doing? All right, I think I'm going to stop this at 20. There's no reason to go all the way down to 30, right? Maybe even 15 sometimes. Okay, so it is caught at the mouth trolling. Very nice. So we got to remember if we happen to see max over a kilo, pull up that cafe order and see if we start getting close to it. All right, let's just perk it 15 this time, see if that works. What time is it? 8:33. Oh yeah, this should have a full day of mac fishing if they're pretty active here. Okay, this is a slow bite. Could just be coincidence, but that first one was a good mac. All right, I'm gonna drop it again, I guess. That's way too slow. All right, there it is. So let's get it down to 20. Might be where they are. Maybe even drop it to 25 and pull it up a little bit and then perk it. Oh, that's a whiting though. That's nice. That's always nice. You had a catfish. What's up, Dari? Welcome back. You had a catfish spool you at Volkov. You're never going back. Wait. What did you hook into a catfish on? Like, are you saying you were just trolling? Or were you fishing on the bottom for eel or something? Sorry, Dan DeLorean. I don't know if I ever said hello to you, and I think you're first time chatter. So, or first time here, so greetings, welcome. Trolling? Really? Like overnight? Or is this just during the day? That's very surprising to me. Dan is the man? Well, welcome, Dan. Alright, there's a Mac. 6.5 by the bridge. Okay, interesting. Huh. I can't remember if that's ever happened to me before or not. I've either broken a line or had to Alt F4 on catfish when I've been feeder fishing there. I'm sure I've caught catfish while trolling. I just don't know if I've ever hooked into a big one there that actually spooled me. I've chased some salmon around Volkov like a crazy man before. That's a good question, Python. I'm not actually sure. Will you get anything for being 5th place on a fish in Global Weekly? I mean, doesn't that at least like add to your points for the week or something? Or not? Failed Q saying only first. Okay. Oh, your reel was 8.5. Okay. Well, so maybe go back to Volkov if you hear it's doing really well. Once you have a little stronger reel, I wouldn't give up on it altogether. Please, sweet dough. I'll send you a couple sweet dough, but we don't want to reinforce. We don't want to reinforce what just happened there. I should respond and say, if you want to send me the ingredients, I'll happily craft it for you. Two to three sweet dough. I'll send like 20. I mean, I like sending baits to low players, But the problem is always like, okay, how do you find out that someone's a low level player and in need of baits without them asking for it? But you don't want to create a culture where everyone's just constantly asking everybody for free handouts. So it's this like weird catch 22. Like, I want to know when new players, you know, want to try out new baits and stuff. I think that's a fun way to like give them something without giving them something that actually takes away from their sense of like earning stuff. Just to be able to try out some baits. But like, I wouldn't send somebody, you know, 100 sweet dough, but 20, let them kind of, I mean, hopefully that motivates them to level up bait harvesting. You know what I mean? They're like, dang, I caught a Crucian trophy off those 20 sweet dough. I got to spend some time leveling up my bait harvesting now. Ooh, wow. I'm telling you, that is gutsy. You took an Adriatica and were trolling at Volkov. I honestly don't know that I've ever done that. I mean, I've done ultralight trolling at Volkov, which even that is so uncomfortable. But that's a little stronger than Adriatica. An upgraded Adriatica. So the question is that even a true 8.5? Or is an upgraded to 8.5 like 8.5, but, you know, not a real 8.5? I'm not sure, but sounds good, Renzi. I'll be here for a while. We should get a good stream in today. We are, my wife and I are leaving. We got a church event. Let's see, 126, 2, 3, 4. I'll probably be on for about 3.5 hours if I had to guess. You use your Adriatica for bolo rod for float fishing at Tunguska. Nice. Where did I see? Oh, is it Tuba? There's a float spot for those, whatever they're called. I actually really am tempted to go try that. It's one of my favorite things to float fish for. I think it's because the like herring or whatever, or like the, you know, off catch, bycatch, or whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about, but ooh, nice drift. Grats. Sounds good, Scotty. Yeah, this is a good spot. We're catching max. We're right on the edge of the 30. We'll probably reposition in a second, but good call. I think it was Pydom, right? Somebody told me about this spot. 30 does seem to be producing max. Now, that's pretty much all we're getting. Like the other small fish, not really here. But if I could only catch one of them, it would be max. So I don't really mind that too much. What's up, Norbert? And some of these are pretty decent size. Now, we haven't gotten the size we need yet, but what I may do is switch to slightly bigger shrimp and stuff and see if we can, even if it slows the bite rate down a little bit, see if we can hit some a little bit larger mackerel. Yo, you still have your caps lock on, Drift. Just so you know, it kind of feels like you're yelling at people, so some people are sensitive to that. Yeah, right now I'm using my happy hour to fish for mackerel, so we'll see. All right, so we got 3.0. I think what I want to do is go... Oh, I don't have more 4.0s right now. That's okay. Let me see if I have... even if we just switch one to the 12.04, like, so now we've only got one 6.5. Even that difference can make a difference. And let me also check and see if I have 4.0 hooks anywhere else. Okay. So, note to self, we need to get 4.0 hooks next time. Next time we call out the submarine to come visit us on the open shore, we need to get some 4.0 hooks. You got a trophy at 25 clip there yesterday. Wait, 25 clip, but you're saying hit the bottom? No worries about caps. What's up, Gray Fox? How you doing? Used caps. I got a trophy at 25 clip there yesterday. Okay. Well, I mean, I could let it fall a little further. I could let it fall at 25, I guess. That's close to the bottom, right? And this is you're saying trophy safe, right? Or what are you saying? Oh, are you saying trophy mackerel? Honestly, I might switch to all of them bigger size. I don't know. Sometimes the best mackerel come out on the 6.5 shrimp. Mackerel. Okay. I need to drift back. I mean, I need to reposition, I think. Look at this. Like, it doesn't even drift to the bottom before we get a fish bite. This spot's great. Especially since we're catching pollock and whiting as our bycatch while going for mackerel. That's living the dream right there. Make a little silver while you're going for marine skill points. A little XP. How do you call the sub? You have to wait for the next update. It's not actually out yet. In fact, it may not even be the next update. It just was on the dev diary. Sorry for confusing you. I was trying to be funny. Probably wasn't funny. But yeah, we've seen it in the dev diary. We don't actually know when it's coming. And remember, you can only use it if you have premium as well. Ooh, 86.5. That's what we're talking about. 15 common at bear on a Saber 60. Swag. Swag's living the life. S. Murden, hello. And welcome back, Scotty. All right, we'll go to the bottom. I'll try that. I mean, this is such a shallow spot. We'll perk it at 30 and see what happens. Because if it actually makes it that far down, it won't make it that far down every cast. Oh, is it more than 30? I wish it was right at 30 here, but anyway, here we go. We're at the bottom. We're now going to start perking it. Yeah, see, this already feels like a slower bite rate. Maybe I'll come back up to 25. That just doesn't seem right, you know? All right, let's try 25. 33 through 34. Okay, thanks, Drift. There we go. I think we stop it at 25. I mean, that's pretty close to the bottom, but it's also, I think, in that zone where we're going to hit good mackerel. You called a 9-kilo grass on the Sorrento Spark combo at Oldberg. 34 was really nice. 3 trophies on black foam. Wait, what kind of trophies did you catch at 34? I bet that was a fight, Swag. Saith, Sculpin, and Cusk? Oh, that's awesome. Well, I think I'm going to go up to 75 and see if we can't find a big fish. But if I get tired of doing that and want to just like catch some good fish, like that kind of stuff, then I'll swing back by 34. That was interesting. It's got to be a Saith, right? Feel Saith? Have we caught a Saith yet? We actually haven't. So maybe it's a pollock. It just feels Saith. Hey, love. Yeah, I was right. Let me help with TV real quick. Oh. I thought you were going to say cancel. I'm sorry. That's great, though. Yeah, that'll be...
They're going to church. Do your church weekend?
That actually will... Oh. That's funny. When I told him, oh, I want to catch up sometime and hear how your trip went, he was probably like, well, if you go to church tonight.
And that's when you're like, I don't want to catch up with God.
No, I just was being nice. I didn't want to hear how strict. All right. Yeah. I gotta figure out this now. Guess we could always go. We could always go Bally app if that doesn't work for some reason. All right.
19 minutes left? I thought the game started at 1:40.
Oh no.
So boost your bottom line by switching.
No, it says 1:40.
All right. And we're back. What about poor beagle, Gingy? Were you saying that fish I caught was going to be a small poor beagle? Or are you about to tell me where the poor beagle are? Cusk everywhere. Is everyone catching cusk? How much you need for 26, Drift? Yeah, I wish you would have been right. Although on this setup, if it was too big a poor beagle, I mean, it'd be fun though. Either way, it'd be fun. It'd be fun to catch a poor beagle. Have you caught poor beagle here at 30? That would be fascinating. 500K drift? Okay. $1.4 million XP till Yama. Your premium ran out. Yikes.
Challenge.
Dan says,
Challenge accepted.
yo, what the? Kneecap Campbell with the sub, prime sub, first time subber. Yo, Campbell, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for being here and thank you for the support. Dan says, M-Dog, try football fish hunting. It's fun. I say, how to? I've never. I've literally never caught one. Dan says, I don't know. I just want to see someone get it. Brady Country says, deep. Oh, are they deep? So what, like pick the deepest place on the map? Is that what we're saying? Pick the deepest place on the map, find a football fish? I mean, it's the same lures and stuff that I often use. I've literally never caught one. So maybe they are in the really deep places and that's why I've never caught them? Yo, Canadian. Todd says I've seen him in 170. Okay. Canadian says let's push M-Dog over 500 subs. If I had 500 subs, I mean, I love my job, but at some point it would start to get, you know, it starts to get a little, you start to feel a little, it's a little tough. Divers cannot go where the football fish are. That's funny. Deep spots, and we need a lot of luck. Okay. Let's retire M-Dog and game RF4 for living. I love it, Canadian. I'm the top RF4 US streamer there is. Oh, thanks, Drift. Well, I don't know. There's some great streamers play RF4, but I appreciate it. I mean, I think basically, if that's the case, or in any way that is the case, it's only because I've outlasted better streamers. I've outlasted them. And for all the newer streamers who are more talented than I am, you know, experience, being the old man on the block means something. Yeah, it's longevity. I'm like one of those baseball players where they're like, surely he doesn't go in the Hall of Fame. He just never retired. I mean, he just accumulated stats. Interpol, thanks. That's right. All right. So we've even drifted off the 30 a little bit, but we're still catching them. I'll be playing at 90. Oh, thanks, Scotty. I appreciate that. Very subjective, but I appreciate it. Surely we'll be playing Russian Fishing 6 by the time I'm 90, right? The Eli Manning and Drew Brees of RF4 stream. I mean, I can feel you on Drew Brees. It's tough with Eli Manning because he won the Super Bowls. Isn't it a little harder with him to, like... He got multiple Super Bowls, right? BubTub says, trying to level up Marine again. I mean, I think it's just, yes. First of all, yes. Trying to get some points, which we did just get 1 point, which is great. Also, it's just like really good silver. It's just a good way to start the fishing day off, right? Let's make some silver, some consistent silver without damaging any equipment. And then we'll go looking for the big boys in a minute. What's up, Laza? This is called RF4. Was there an RF1, 2, and 3? There was an RF3. I would imagine if there was an RF1 and RF2, that those were just like internal programs, software. But I'm not going to like get too distracted about it right now. But it's worth doing a Google search on RF3. I've actually played RF3. And I probably would still play it if it would just get translated to English. Everything is in Russian, so you have to like learn the iconography, which some of it's easy. But it has got so much depth to it, so many places to fish, but it's not 3D. It's a 2D fishing game. But if you're into like the more like deeper strategic complexity of it, not so much the graphical representation or the, Twitch based involvement in fishing, it's fascinating. It's really fascinating. So yeah, just Google search Russian Fishing 3. I think I did a couple videos on it. Other people have done good there was one guy that did videos like helping English players learn what's what. All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to move the boat. Oh, a fish just struck it on the way up. So we're starting to catch blue whitings, and I think that's because we've totally left the 30. I mean, we could catch blue whitings on the 30. Maybe it's a time of day thing, but we also just completely left the 30. Oh, S. Murden, grats on 100% marine skill. Wow. Frank Gore, there you go. I hardly even remember who that is. Yep, that'll be me. Do you remember M-Dog? No, who was M-Dog? Canadian, what are you doing? Here come the bits. Thank you, Canadian. Appreciate all the bits. Is the 41 hole dead? I doubt it. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. I've never seen the 41 hole dead. Ooh, another one. Nice. Thank you, Canadian. So no marine skill percent last 4 days. Where are they? That's a great question. Where are they? Gray Fox, I'm just curious. Do you have premium? I feel like I have just been really lucky on marine skill points. Unless you don't have premium, that might be the difference. But I get them so regular. You do have premium. Do you ever do this and like go for the small fish? Trying to start a train to retire you? Thanks, Canadian. why don't I fish there in the 41? Because right now I'm going for mackerel, and I heard they're in the 30. And after this, I'm going to go for big fish, which I'm going to start off in the 75. But it doesn't say anything bad about the 41, why I'm not fishing there. I have fished the 41 a ton. Yo, how many bits is that, Canadian? Is there a way for me to find out? Oh, yeah. It's at least 885 bits in the last 2 days that you have cheered. Last 2 days just trying to get 0.1%. Man, that's brutal. That is brutal. Oh, it is Elder. Are neither one of our guys going to actually pitch in the All-Star game?
Huh.
Or maybe you're right. Maybe they feel like they can do 1 inning, no problem. I don't know. I guess that means neither one of them would pitch against the White Sox, I would imagine, if they do pitch in the All-Star. All right.
The first pitch get pushed back. Weird.
All right. Yeah, that is big enough, right? Wait, yeah, because it's just got to be 1.19. So that's the first one that's big enough. So we're probably not going to get it. Wingers, thanks for the follow. I'm not going to sit here like a whole nother day just trying to chase that Mac Cafe order. Now, if we want to throw this rig out at 75 every once in a while, I'm pretty sure mackerel are up there still too, so we could do that maybe. We'll see. Oh, good. Let me know how it goes, Python. Yeah, that's how I feel, Esmerden, as well. I mean, I'm not as high as you have been, but I've been, you know, even if I'm not doing small fish, I feel like I'm getting 0.1 or 0.23, something like that per day. So that is very unlucky. Hopefully that changes. Maybe you'll get like a 1.5, like 1.5 in the next 24 hours or something. Oh, so some of it may be just how high you are. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Dairy? So more like dairy. If I think D-A-I-R-Y, maybe I'll remember it. Dairy. Dairy. Like milk. Is that a, are you from the UK? Why do I feel like that's a UK thing? Like Gary, but dairy. What's up, 8 and Bait? Welcome back.
Challenge. Challenge accepted.
Love your content, dude.
Thanks for all you do.
Yo, Lazakan says, love your content. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much. Thanks for the sub. 4 months total. Comes back for 1 month at tier 1. Thank you, Laza. Appreciate it. US. Your friend gave you the nickname and didn't know how to spell it. Interesting. All right. That's cool, dearie. All right, so I started watching your first episode of Dave the Diver, and after 10 minutes or so, I bought it. That game is so fun. I totally agree. It is so fun, and I haven't gotten another episode in since getting back from vacation, but I think tonight I'm going to set aside some time and, 1.7, so that's 2, right? And try to get another couple episodes in, because it's a blast. Drift says, I'm trying to see if I can get on the C Telly leaderboard. What bait are you fishing with? Oh, I totally agree, 8 and bait. I think I even said that. I don't remember if I said that in the first video or when, but I think you only want to watch the video if you've already played it and you just want to like remember some of the stuff that happens watching me play it. But it's definitely one of those experiences you want to have. There's just so many cool things that happens. Kex, greetings. You're using squid and shrimp. Nice. Oh, is that right, Canadian? Wow. Well, thank you. Yeah, that's another video that would be nice to get back on. It's just hard. There's just limited time. We'll see. Some nice ones are coming out. It's going to be really interesting. If I get a third one. Oh, nice one, Brady. I mean, it's 250 silver. It's like, it's kind of worth it. But again, I might be able to find a few here and there on 75. This will be the last one. Unless we get a really big one, then I might do it again, but we're getting them that time where they'll stop biting very much. Welcome back, Renzi. Not really. We've just been chasing these mackerel. I mean, we've got 2 out of 4 of the cafe. I also need to glance at the time, I guess, of the cafe. Let me see. White has been working at night for you? Oh, interesting. So, oh, it has tons of time. I think it had like 123 hours when I was there. The mackerel are at 30 for sure. I think I've caught mackerel at 75 too recently. So I'm going to go up to 75 for big fish, and I'll also try to finish this cafe order here and there. They should let you catch multiple fish with the rig you're using. Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, that'd be really cool if each one of them potentially had a chance of hooking up. All right. All right. I'm gonna head towards 75 because I'd like to get there by morning. Kind of fish a little bit overnight. The order is four mackerel, but they have to be over 1.19. So like right now I only have 2. Now that we sometimes fish with them, do I make like this 810 mackerel into a huge fillet? I think so. And then I don't know if I want to do any of those. But like these little 300 gram ones, they don't sell for much, right? If we just do like, you know, do this a couple of them every time, it'll hopefully keep our bait healthy-ish. Yes, it does pay good. It's 250 silver. 250 silver for those mackerel. Alright, so we're going to start with this setup. Up here in the northeastern part of the 75-meter hole. So we've got some nighttime stuff. We've got white. We've got green. We're using the Hunter 1000. Got some Saith on there. So we're going to try this out at 75 and kind of see what happens. Oh, sorry. Maybe you could suggest decent reel for sea fishing. Yesterday I hit level 34. I don't have Vingas, but I have saved up 23,000 silver. Wow. That's great. Egida? Egida? Egg? Ida? That's awesome. Have you been, like, are you leaning any certain way? Like, what are you thinking about? I was trying to see, like, what's the most expensive reel you could just get right now? Okay, so there's one option. What Renzi did, and Renzi could tell you more about it, but Renzi got the Ocean Queen pilking rod, whatever it's called, and a Rigel. The power doesn't matter too much. It's going to have to do with, like, what matters is the load capacity. The stiffness can matter too in terms of, like, comfort using it for trolling and stuff, but it's not too big a deal. Stoneman says Taiga C40 and Ocean Queen for me. So there's another option. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you just get like a reasonably solid little setup and just start fishing out here, you're going to make good silver, and then you can kind of decide what you want to go for after that. All right, yeah, this is where we want to be. We're here. It's late. I don't know what the bite rate's going to be like at night, but let's try it. You got the Saltmaster and the Steelhead's been good. Pydam said, I used Tagara until I got my Taiga LTD. So many different options, all of them good options. Don't leave reel locked. Like in this spot, you're saying? My reel is not locked, thankfully. Let's see. Can you sort by... Oh, yeah. Let's see. I was sorting it by, so for 23,000, you could get the, I don't even know if that's a good reel. Let's see. Oh, I'm on the bottom here. Found out how to use the tide. 12 midnight and 12 noon is high tide. 6 a.m., 6 p.m. low tide. Mid tide is 3 a.m. North and south is tide direction. All right, I've got to read that and actually think about what that means. People have tried to like help me understand this in the past. It's not that I don't understand it, it just doesn't stick in my head. Sorry about that, folks. All right. Let me catch up on chat here. I got a little distracted there for a second. Okay. I don't know if my setup is good advice, though. Oh, I think the way you approached it, Renzi, was good. You basically kind of went a more affordable route and said, I'm just going to make a bunch of silver on an inexpensive setup and then purchase what I want later. I think that's good. Drift says, I wish I had gotten a better rod. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, like a rod that'll grow with you, basically. What's up, Matt? I am doing well. You haven't been on the game for like 1 or 2 weeks. Wow. By the way, we've drifted off the edge here, so we are more like in 100 meter, but that's okay. I think it'll still be good. Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks. And you thinking you're going to play some more RF4, or are you still taking a break? The wear is bad on the rods you got, Drift? Interesting. You can leave it locked if you're paying attention. Well, you know me, not always paying attention. Is 23 kilos enough for Belaya? Wait, what? Are you talking about for a rod? I mean, unless you're trying to catch Timon or something, that's definitely plenty. Plenty. I'm trying to figure out what my third C reel is going to be. Tired of switching reels around. So, you definitely want a perking rod. Most people want a medium boat rod and eventually a heavy boat rod, I would think. Anything beyond those three is sort of like you're saying, okay, I'm just tired of switching. It's not that much silver. I just want to have another rod so I don't have to switch them back and forth. And I get it. I mean, I'm the same way a lot of times, but that's the starting point. And for me, I also got a light boat rod because I didn't want to not be able to use those rig types until I unlocked a medium boat rod. But at the very least, you want perking, medium boat rod, heavy boat rod, and then you probably want, or you may want light boat rod as well if you're impatient like I am. Okay. I saw a Chinese guy, his leader snapped in milliseconds because he left it locked. Yikes. Canadian says, I feel trophy. Oh, I love it. We'll see. This could be a trophy sardine, but maybe I'll get one. Have you went to Quarry in your leveling series yet? I don't think I have, Derry. I think we have not been to Quarry yet because we really don't have anything strong enough to troll with yet. We have the one caliber HSV, and ooh, it's a little spiny. I like it. Actually, I might cast right back. I know we've drifted off the 75, but we just got a spiny. I might go right back here. Let's just see what happens. So yeah, what we'll probably do is we still have a third sea trip to do in our leveling series. We'll probably do the third sea trip and use that silver to afford what we need to start both either trying to troll or slowly like slide into some carp fishing on the leveling series. Would a steelhead C330 be good enough out there until I made enough to get a better reel? Let me look up steelhead. I'm sure it is. I mean, there's so many things you can, like, so many ways you can approach it. Let me go back to conventional and steelhead. Uh-oh, I've messed it up. Let me reopen it because I sorted by price, and then I'm not smart enough to figure out how to resort it back to the way it starts. All right, I've got movement and bottom here. I'll start perking. All right, steelhead. Wait. Oh, I'm not on conventional. All right, C30 you said, right? C330. Ooh, fish. Come on. Come on. Is it this small, or have we just not caught up with it yet? It's pretty small. All right, Steelhead C330, 17.2 drag, costs 9K silver, decent spool size, 54 max load. Yeah, so just you know, looking at that mech weight, just remember you don't want to lock it anywhere near 54 kilos. So just sort of adjust accordingly. I mean, your drag is only 17, so you're probably running, you know, a 40-something kilo line on that setup. You could not run a 60. Which, I don't know, is there anything in that price range? Maybe that's why the Regal is worth considering. It's around the same price range. It's not quite as... Okay, I will drift a little bit to the northwest. It's not quite as strong max drag, but it's close. But it has a little heavier mech weight. If these mech weights are correct, by the way. It has a little heavier mech weight. So you might be able to, you know, actually run the 60 kilo line and have the option of locking it up occasionally as needed. All right. Just got, Cyanide said, just got 70-meter hole. First drop of my hunter to the bottom. Something takes the bait and bites off my line. Oh, yeah, that's no fun. How big a leader are you running? Man, those sharks can just ruin your day there, can't they? Leaving it locked at the start is a bad idea. Fish greatest pulls at the beginning. Oh, yeah, no, I never, if I realize that it's locked, I don't ever have it locked in the beginning. Could you explain the proper use conventionals? Like, I have 2 gear ratios. What's the proper use for it? All right, and then when do you lock it? Obviously, okay, so those are 2 different questions. You only want to go down into your lower gear ratio if you have a big enough fish on that your normal gear ratio is not consistently able to pull him in. So I'll try to show this next time we have a decent fish on. But if you're getting sort of inconsistent pull on your normal gear ratio, then you hit control space, go down to your lower gear ratio, and it's possible you'll be able to sort of consistently pull him in at a slower rate with the increased torque of the lower gear ratio. Now, when do you lock it? You lock it when you want to tap into the strength of your mech weight on your reel to see if that can impact the fish you're fighting. But based on your setup, you've just got to be really careful with locking it. You know, for example, I know that the Borealica has a huge mech weight, right? And so even if I lock it and apply the full 181 kilos of this leader, I'm not going to snap my reel in half, or I'm not going to, you know, shred the Poseidon rod. All right, so do you see how, yeah, this isn't going to be the best example. All right, so I'm going to lock it. All right, this might be a good example. See how it's inconsistently, like, it's sort of a, it's not a consistent speed I'm pulling him in. So if I do my lower gear ratio, all of a sudden I can very consistently pull him in. And I think that decreases the chance of the fish getting off, because we've got a very slow, steady, we're keeping his head turned towards us, just slowly pulling him up in the water. Where if I have him on the high gear ratio, we sort of have these inconsistent moments where he's kind of pulling against us and we're not, you know. So that's when I would engage the lower gear ratio and make use of it. This one is borderline. I probably could do it without this. Obviously, you reel it in a lot faster at your higher gear, your normal gear ratio. But, I mean, I say you reel it in faster. You reel it in faster as long as you're actually able to reel it. you're getting a lot less line back on your spool per rotation on the lower gear ratio. So when you rank down like that, now even though we're turning it a lot faster, we're getting less line per rotation. Sensei rod for 9.7 and HSV, and upgrade to HSV is another option. Yeah, that's a great option, Dan. I really like that option. Sensei rod is going to give you, if I'm not mistaken, that gives you the 0.5 or the 5 bonus points towards marine skill fishing, which means you're unlocking rig types more quickly. And the HSV, we know, is just an overall really good reel. It does take some damage out here on the sea, but frankly, everything takes damage out here. HSV is relatively affordable to repair compared to the kind of money we're making. So you're at 19 blank wear already. I mean, I'm at 2.3, but look at this line guide. Whew. Nee Campbell says supposed to be C30. Gotcha. I seen a video of a guy getting a trophy pike at Oldberg with the Rigel, the reel you guys were talking about, and he locked it and there was no resistance. 3 seconds he landed it. That's awesome. 3 fish in 25 minutes, Pydam, at Amber. Derry says be right back. If it's pulling, you go low ratio. Okay, glad that was helpful. Say 23 kilo load capacity good enough for Playa. Who are you asking, Wingers? I definitely think 23. I mean, 23 load capacity for Belaya? That's a ton. Oh, did we get cusked? We need to get a new emote. All right, good. Glad we got caught up with chat. I always feel a certain amount of like uneasiness when I know I'm way behind. Ooh, nice, Scotty.
Did you see the score?
Who's winning?
The Rays 4-0.
Oh. Elder wasn't prepared. Oh, that's interesting, Renzi. Oh, I used, what did I use? I used the Taiga. No, sorry, the Targera. I don't know why I can't speak right now. I used the Targera when the map first came out for like a smaller setup, or mid-size setup, I guess. And I liked it. I thought it worked really well, but it was taking a good bit of damage. I think I repaired like everything except for the spool. But remember, when the map first came out, everything was taking a lot of damage. It had to some things had to get tweaked, so it might be better now. Slovenia wants to know if Archie is active. How in the world did you break your rod casting? What happened, Drift? Oh. I see you're talking about it in-game chat as well. Yeah, what's up, Big Cheese? Oh, it was 22 wear. Yeah, you have to take into account the loss of strength when the blank is worn down, right? Park it 75-meter hole at 9 a.m. That's mid-tide. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Once it gets that low on blank wear, you're right. It's kind of because you can't repair blanks at this point. Oh, absolutely, Dan. I agree. That's great. This could be a decent fish. It's just, is it another cusk? It's a slow moving, whatever. It's got a little girth to it, but it's got no fight, no pull. So it sounds like 120 is pretty good right now. I mean, I like 120. I don't know. I'm always like torn between 120, or these, yesterday and today I was torn between 120 and 70. 75, I mean. Gingy says 120 is cusk spot. Yeah, this probably isn't a cusk, actually. You can put 600 meters of line on the HSV. Were you running the, like 60 liter or what, Dan? Did you already say that? What size line and leader were you running? If I didn't say so, Eddie, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay, 30 and 27. That makes sense. Yeah. That's kind of like what I was doing on my Taiga C for a real small setup. That was fun to use too. It's a cod. Yeah, that definitely did not feel like a cusk. What was I using for the mackerel? I was using, let's see, that's going to be on my Ocean Queen. I was using lurker, blue stuff, but then red shrimp. 4.0 or 3.0 hooks for red shrimp. Oh, just using a lurker? Yeah, I don't know. if you're just using a lure, you actually might want to use a smaller lure than lurker. To be honest, you might want to use one of those like really small bonds, but I think it's going to be so much slower with that approach. Do you have Paternoster unlocked? I would even do Paternoster over that, I think. If you're really trying to target mackerel. And basically, I guess what I'm saying is with the lurker, you just want to kind of target everything. So probably fish at the bottom. Don't try to like do what I was doing, stopping at 15 or 20 meters and perk for mackerel. Yeah, you are getting there. What do you mean no one should lock a reel ever? That would really change the meta out here. What if locking a reel, what if they took that out of the game? That would have such a huge impact on fishing. I kind of want to try, maybe I should do this a little longer though. I think you would have to... Oh, you're talking about... Yeah. No, in real life. I got you. Yeah. But that's a good point about in-game. You shouldn't apply some of these like in-game concepts to cheap gear. It might not have the same results. Fender, I would just find a lure that's really hot, like the Lurker 107 or something else, and 34, 41, hit those hot zones, 55 maybe. You just want a really good bite rate. You could also try jigging. I didn't do much jigging when I was leveling, but a lot of people swear by it. Getting those like foam rubber fish or the maggots, that kind of stuff, because you're going to have a really good bite rate with that stuff, jigging it or perking it at the bottom. Spud says you lock the reel once the fish is tired and only with big fish. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would have said before Norwegian Sea as well. But Norwegian Sea, according to what equipment you're using and that kind of stuff, sometimes it's, lock it immediately. Pull it in. Yeah, and that would be such a big change if it was taken out of RF4. You know what I mean, Dan? Like, I just don't know. Some of the fish might not be as catchable. Which would be interesting. That's a nice fish, I think. Yeah, I agree, Renzi. I agree, 8 and bait. No problem, Fender. Oh, I need to watch. I haven't even confirmed how strong this fish is going to be. And I'm like just staring at chat with it locked. Oh, maybe I didn't have it locked. No, I think I did have it locked. Did it go up in red while I was staring at chat? Are you serious? I guess I'll eventually learn my lesson and adjust, but I'm really sloppy with that these days. could be a decent fish. I don't know, though. It's not... It's a lazy fish. Halfway through red. Oh, my goodness. What's up, Zigga? Next update, only premium play. I'm sorry. That would be amazing. Only premium players can lock the reel. So I think that actually would get a lot of people on premium, but it also would get a lot of people not playing the game anymore. Ultimately, that would be a loss. Oh, man. That'd be a good way to cut into the player base, I think. Swag, Rats on 21. Yeah, no, that would be... That reminds me of back in the day when Lotro, Lord of the Rings Online, went free-to-play. And it was pretty early in the, you know, free-to-play transition time period where MMOs were making that transition. I felt like they did just like such a good job for the most part at making that transition. And then right around that same time, the Star Wars MMO, SWTOR, transitioned to free-to-play. And free-to-play players literally had less action bars than premium players. So you could have less skills up on the screen if you weren't premium. Like, it just blew my mind. I was like, did that seem like a good idea? We're going to give you less action bars. I don't know. I wonder if that's still the case. I think what they ended up doing was like, I think they probably have changed that now. Dairy, we this is the first like real like decent sized fish we've caught today, so you really didn't miss much. Make a new map and only premium members can go for it. Now there was a game, was it Professional Fishing 1 that had a premium part of the lake? I want to say it was Professional Fishing that had that, where if you weren't premium you couldn't fish in a certain part of the lake or something. I don't know. It was like on the same map, but it was partitioned off. You couldn't get through the, you know, the rope or whatever if you didn't have your premium pass around your neck. I definitely am looking forward to giving Professional Fishing 2 just for fun, like making a video or streaming a few minutes of the demo when it comes out later this week. But I don't know. I looked at it and I just was like, I don't know. I know people have been reaching out to the developer asking for early access, and at least some people have been granted early access to the demo. I just couldn't be bothered. I was like, I've got so little time and so much I want to do, even with RF4 and some of the videos we're doing, that I don't know. You would quit until they changed it. Yeah, I don't see RF4 doing something like that, but we'll see. You got your first black carp? Very nice, Swag. Javon, welcome back. How you doing? Yeah, unfortunately, I only know English. I don't speak any other languages. Well, I kind of know Pig Latin, but even that I'm not very good. You're ready for the fly fishing trip. When do you leave? Captain Blackbeard, greetings. Welcome to the stream. Do we know what fish this is? I have no idea. I mean, well, I do have an idea because it's almost always halibut with me. We can hope. We can hope this is a nice, juicy Greenland shark, but it's almost always halibut for me. You leave Friday. Nice. How long will you be gone for? This fish is a good example of lower gear ratio. Without having a lower gear ratio, it would be very difficult to move this fish very much. We would do it, but it just would take a lot longer, and it would be tough. M-Dog, it means this. Hello, everyone. I wish you could help me. Greetings to you. But unfortunately, it's English only chat. Thanks for the translation, Matt. Which hole should I go fish in Norway? I wanted to use the foam rubber fish on jig heads. 34 or 41. Maybe try both, see which one feels better for you. That's what I would do, Kyle. And if neither one, probably my next thing I would try might be 55. I just feel like, why go real deep if one of the more shallow holes are performing relatively well? If you don't have a huge setup, you're not wanting to catch huge fish anyway. What hole is this? I'm up on the 75. At least we started in the northeast corner of the 75. We may have drifted a good bit by now, I'm not sure. I'll look in a minute. For chub, trout, and largemouth whitefish. Oh, that's what you're trying to catch Friday. That's awesome. If that doesn't work, throw on the lurker. Yeah, exactly. Belaya is active again. Spiker 2002 at the buff from the north just made 1K. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, thank you for that info. That's great. You have the unlimited access rod and reel setup. Oh, so you have the Vinga. Is that what you mean? Well, it is indeed what it always is. I am a halibut magnet. It does not matter how much they nerf the halibut, I find it. Now that's a big boy halibut, I'll give you that. That is a big boy halibut. I feel like I get almost just as many halibut. That's where we are on the map, by the way. Almost just as many since the nerf. Ooh, Decoder, nice blueling. Wait, what's Decoder up to right now? Has he been talking about it? Just trolled in the 120. Ooh. So I bet Decoder had the blueling on that giant silicone lure, if I had to guess. You had a 105 last night, Python? That's awesome. What's up, Plafum? What reel are you using? Are you asking me that, Platoon, or someone else? Maybe they nerf the bite rate on lower setups? Yeah, I'm using the big setup. Big setup with big lures. Big squid. Big hooks. Oh, Decoder says I'm using 2 times squid fluoro and 2 times octo fluoro with Hunter 1000. Nice. So, I mean, not that different than what I'm using right now. Just the squid flavors are a little different. So maybe we should try 120. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm kind of liking... We'll stay up at 75 a little longer. Yeah, so I'm using the Borealica 30DS reel. Captain Blackberry says, thoughts on Model 1 versus Super Duty now that the Model 1 is more expensive. Yeah, that's tough. I'd have to look at them real closely. But see, I always thought that the Super Duty and the Model 1 were pretty close. The Super Duty is more fun to troll with. It's less of a noodle. Although they may have fixed the Model 1. Didn't they also change it a little bit with when they made it more expensive? It might be better now. I don't know. The nice thing about the Model 1 was that with the higher load capacity, it could sort of grow with you. So you could use it longer than the Super Duty in terms of at different water bodies as the fish you were going for got bigger. Even if you put like a different reel on it, you could still use that Model 1, where the Super Duty at some point that load capacity becomes a problem. It just becomes limiting. So I don't know. I'd have to look at them, and I don't know if there's another option that presents itself these days. Have we drifted? I'm guessing we've drifted. Yeah, we're in the deep zone now. We'll let it go to the bottom here, though. I don't mind. I guess we haven't fully drifted because it's still at 85. Canadian says, I prefer Model 1s. Matt says, I went with Super Duties. Are the classic casting reels good for bank spinning or just trolling? They can be both. They can be both. Those are really nice reels, typically. Archie's doing pretty good. Oh, great. And Adian651 says hello. Looks like first time. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Classic one's not the low profile. That's right, Derry. Low profile typically is more for ultralight or smaller, lighter setups, right? Are you using the Deep Runner on Archie? Captain Slovenia asks Scotty. Time to figure out what baits the leather carp and linear carp are biting on. I also have Model 1s. I just don't do much trolling, but always like them. My name is Edward. I will try to remember that, Edward. At this point, there's a lot of names in my brain, so the success rate of me remembering that might be pretty low, but we'll see. I like Super Duty for jigging. Interesting. Let's see what fish we have here. Yeah, let's just try this real quick. I'm just curious what we're gonna find. Oh, 34 has the place, which means you could possibly do the cafe order. Because of the stiffness for jigging? Gotcha. Alright, let's see if the mackerel are still here. Actually, probably ought to. That's a whiting. Let's double check actually on the Over the 75-meter hole, though. Yeah. The place order is, and I don't know if it's still active or not. So maybe I should say the place order was. Yeah, it's probably still active. 2 over 2.6 for 284 silver. We may be, it may be too many blue whitings here to be able to tell. What was your best catch? Wait, what do you mean, Edward? You talking about on this trip today? If you mean on the trip today, I mean, the biggest catch so far was 74 halibut. I guess that's probably the best catch so far. Atlantics are so rare now at Archie. Yeah, it'll rotate. It'll change. What map has the Beluga store? Isn't that Ladoga? Wait, is it Beluga at Ladoga? So what is it, Amber? Interesting. Is it fine if I'm using my new Norway reel at Archie on a third? It's fine with me. As long as you have it set up safely, it shouldn't... You should be able to use it whenever you want. How come you can't catch salmon in the sea? They're ocean fish. Yeah, I don't know, Canadian. Good question. Are they out around Norway or in the Norwegian Sea? You like it, Edward? That's awesome. Amber has Zyman. Yeah, I think that's right, Scotty. Thank you. I think that's correct. All right, so we're just kind of, I'm not going to say wasting our time, but all we're catching is blue whiting here. Let's drop this lure again. Good spot on Mosquito Lake. I'll tell you what. Let me do this. I don't know if you know about this yet or not, but instead of telling you about a good spot, I'm going to tell you how to find a good spot. So here's a link to Blunty's spreadsheet. And I'll show you what I do. So I go to the spreadsheet, right? And then down here, I find Mosquito Lake and click on this. And this will take me to VK. And then I right click anywhere, translate to English. And the most recent spot at Mosquito is about common roach. 5287, 8-meter clip, pearl barley, trophy roach. But you will save yourself a lot of time and headache figuring out how to look up places like that. Also join my Discord, RF4 Discord, whoever's Discord you want to. A lot of people share good spots on Discord these days. No, thank Blunty. It's not me. Blunty made the spreadsheet. Thank you, Blackbeard. I appreciate it. Thanks for the follow. Conger eel. Yeah, that'd be cool. I hear good things. Ooh, what? AC3 just caught a 322 kilo Greenland shark? "40 minutes reeling." Yo, where did you hook into that, AC3? Hey, look at this, y'all. That's a nice crab. There's Discord. I'd love to know where AC3 hooked into that. 75. 75? We could be in the right place. Let's see if that has showed up on AC's stats yet. Yep. It's 2301. So I just want to make sure you have 2301 on, which is the flora whatever one. That's a nice fish, AC3. Those crabs have so many moving parts. I know, they're like it's kind of disturbing. It's kind of disturbing. Let's get some runs back here, love. That send Albie's first to third? Good. Should I just leave Archie when it's nighttime? I wouldn't leave it. I mean, I would just... Sometimes, you know, it depends on what's really biting, but sometimes Xander, catch a few Xander at night, even if you just keep trolling. But the travel costs and everything is just too much. I mean, I would just troll through the night, get ready for the next day, unless you just want to change maps anyway. Wait, how... Romanian? Oh, are you Romanian? Is that what you're saying? They should add Pacific Sea, so that'd be cool. Or the Atlantic Sea? Yeah, that would be cool. I usually log out during night to save ticket. Oh, interesting, Big Cheese. Okay, that's cool. That's an interesting strat. Please, you can say a word in Romanian. That would be fun. Yeah, I just want to be careful about what word I'm saying. You know? Very good bite rate on Black Maggot, now at 34. Only if Xander is very active. Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true. And this might not be that time. The turbot are there as well. All the flatfish. Holly won't be the Hallie won't be far behind. True. Alright, I've just got to confirm what it is I would be saying, Edward, if I say that. It's a haddock. We got a little haddock. Alright, let's see, what did we say? Romanian? Romanian. Okay, I will say that. It's not the nicest things that ever come out of my mouth, but I'll say it. Esti Urat?
Ești urât.
Esti Urat?
Ești urât.
Ești Urat?
Ești urât.
Alright. All right. Ooh. Whoa, Gingy. Trophy European Angler. Nice fish. Man, some good fish are coming out. Yo, just as a heads up, Edward, we do keep it family friendly around here. Can you post the Blunty spreadsheet again? Yes, I can. Ooh, what am I getting into over here? Gingy does have really good RNG. You can say that again. My goodness. Imagine catching the fish that Gingy catches. You are welcome to unfollow me, Edward. No worries. You wonder what that sells for? Seriously. That'll be a big one. Big price tag. Yeah, that's amazing, Gingy. Is that the, that's gotta be on the weekly, like, big regional weekly, right? Not just regional, overall weekly. Right? Rouge Harry, greetings. Good evening to you. Yeah, we could just spread out a little bit, Canadian. In fact, I meant to already go hang out in another chat channel. I just forgot. I'll go do that. That could help too. We do have 3 of them. Yo, nice trophy gibble. Ject Lee. Ooh, goodness. I did not mean to do that. Just shows how, what's going on here. Yep. Oh. Yeah, so just right click on user actions and then go to report inappropriate behavior right here, Brady. You can also put them on your blacklist so that you won't see any more of their comments. Yeah, I agree, Renzi. I like to rotate through them when I'm streaming, so I'm seeing more people. But if I'm off stream, which I haven't really had time to play much recently off stream, but when I was playing off stream, I would usually go to 2 or 3. Oh, Matt, that's a lot on baits, isn't it? Although the one thing that works against us, right, is that if somebody like stops playing for a while, but they logged off in our chat, that counts them as being in our chat, right? But every time there's a game update, that'll kick a lot of them. And then if they don't log back in, they won't get back in the chat. So I guess it's fine. Yeah, that is tough, Blackbeard. That's very tough. They have been restarting. Yep, that's right. Oof. What is going on today? A lot of reported rods and reels getting torn up. Let's hope that was a free one from the admin building. I am a magnet. I am just a magnet. No problem, Brady. Thank you. Let's stay right here. Let's stay right here on this. We'll be right on the edge here. Yeah, for sure, Laza. I could not agree more. Alright, so if we just search MDog, all three of them should come up. And I'll just move to 2 for right now. And then we'll check out 3 a little later. Yeah, they nerfed Hallie for everyone but me. That's right. Hey, love. Till what amount of damage? You know, I don't know, Renzi. I've been replacing them once they're like, you know, orange or whatever, pretty low, but I'm not sure actually. I assume if it gets to 100%, you just can't equip it anymore, right? Most likely. Yeah, I think maybe what happened with the Hallie nerf is that maybe before the nerf they were just everywhere. Now they actually have to be active in a spot, but if they are active, they're still, you know, still pretty active. I like the Saber 60s. That's definitely one of the questions. You're like, that's one of the big questions is, do you get something like a Pulsar or Saber 60 or whatever, or do you save till you can afford something like a Caliber HSV? Uh-oh.
What's wrong? Ugh.
This might just be the Rays day. Is Elder even still in there?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean, he was on that pitch.
Yeah, it might be his last pitch. Swag Life says, I'm using Saber 60 on Bear and it's alright to use. I like it. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think they're fine for trolling Corey. Yeah, some fish could still give you a problem, but you're going to be, you know, chasing them, trolling. So I think I've always thought Saber 60s were fun fun reels for Corey. Maybe slightly underpowered, but really fun. Plenty of line on your spool, though. Yeah, maybe so, Scotty. Starting to feel that wear a little bit, huh? Huh. Huh. I guess it's just overnight bite rate. Let's move it a little bit. Do you remember off the top of your head what the expiration date was on the cans in the fridge up here? I was just trying to figure out if I should feel bad or not about drinking one.
August 21st.
Oh. Yo, what's up, Junior Mall? How you doing? Are you carp fishing, Matt? Oh, that's nice, Scotty. That does sound like good silver. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, cool. No wonder bait was so expensive. Boilies can add up quick, can't they? Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you doing? It's a spiny. We'll take that. All right, I'll be right back. 200 silver off winding. Oh, that's awesome. All right, I'll be right back.
No problem.
Yeah, it must have just been the part of 75 that we were fishing at, because the mackerel definitely seemed to be here. Yo, Blunty, how are ya? Thank you for the cheer. Canadian, I go back August 1st, full time. So we got some time together. We're gonna hang out, Canadian. Oh, how was your drone stream? Dude, I gotta check that out sometime. I think I saw the vid of it one time. You sent me the link and I watched it after the fact. Yeah, I'll still try to stream Canadian, but like, you know, occasionally I might stream at night if I have enough energy, right? But then weekends, you know, weekends I'll try to stream some as well. It's just, you know, it's a little different at that point, but if possible, I like to keep pretty consistent at the same time. That's awesome, Blunty. That's really cool, though. Come on. Come on, mackerel. Be big enough. Yes. Oh, that's almost trophy. 1.9? I don't think this one's quite big enough. Wait, 1.114? That's not big enough, right? Because I need one more. 114. No, that's slightly too small. I'm going to have to extend my ticket out here if I want to get this. I like it, Canadian. I like it, I like it. That's right. Mackie order is 250. That's right. That's awesome, Blunty. I love that. Again, if you get to a point where you need any like public-faced testing, just let me know. Mm, 25. Are we too deep? Nah, that's all right. So We're one mackerel short, right? I wonder if we can fish for football fish and black rough with the same bait. Like, do they both like squids and that kind of thing? Oh, if this is a mackerel. Yo, what's up, Lindsay? Not a mackerel. 5 kilo. Oh, that's great, Scotty. Those pike and everything add up. It's not quite there, I don't think. A little too small. Oh, it dropped off. Yeah, pike can be really good silver, that's right. Again, if it's mackerel, it's probably a little too big to be mackerel. I don't know, maybe. Nah. Oh, have you not seen the new update? If you have a fish on the line, it pulses blue and you get the little fish notification. No more hitting the R button. It's actually kind of amazing. First one and broke my mech on HSV. I'm not that bothered as I've got my heavier rod to use. Yo, Matt, that stinks. I'm so sorry that happened. Yeah, best patch ever. I know, it's so good. It's such a good improvement. It's more than just C-rods though, right? You're so like excited for the new bass map in the fall? Wait, has that been confirmed or are you just teasing us, Canadian? Oh, is that right, 8 and bait? Okay. Interesting. I did not realize the difference there. Archie didn't allow you to really test your reel, huh? I know who you're talking about, Canadian. I know who that is. Okay. Oh yeah, the SAL, yeah, yeah. No, that's definitely one of the best reels. Christmas fair. Although there's some good ones. It's not the only good one. There's several good ones. That's awesome, Canadian. I mean, I felt like back when this map first came out, and Joe, who works for RF4, came into our stream. He said something that day that made me think like, oh, they've turned a corner. It's no longer just Russian maps. They're going international. They're open to bass fishing. Of course, they want to get, more people who are really into bass fishing into this game. Like, yeah, it just makes sense. I will say, though, fly fishing, I think, has been coming for a long time. So, like, are they saying it's coming as in it's been coming forever? Or are they saying it's coming as in we got it to a place where we think it's done? We're actually going to release it sometime soon. Because those are like two very different things. Ooh, Cory Troll. That sounds fun. Yeah, especially if they get fly fishing right. That's going to be amazing. Oh, did you, Renzi? I actually need to do that. Yeah, I guess you could check the weekly for Cory Char or Savan Trout. See if anything stands out. Come on. I think we just need one more, right? We're so close to that 250 silver just on mackerel. You know, I would much rather them separate that. That would be, you're right, it would be so big, it would be overwhelming. It would be hard to know, like, okay, what do we spend our silver on? What do we prioritize? That feels like such big deals. I really hope there's a way to, like, separate that out. Is that right, Lindsay? Global ultralight Cory Char. That's awesome. Probably a little too big for the 75 Baltic on UL? What? That is insane. Alright, we just need one more mackerel that is basically 1.2 kilos or bigger. I think it has to be higher than 1.19. I want to fish for torpin, or whatever they're called. Torpin? Love? Torpin? Is that right? Torpin?
Tarpon.
Tarpin?
Yes.
Tarpin? Tarpin? Yes, that one. Tarpon. Thank you. That's what I want to fish for. Tarpin. Tarpoon? Tarpon. Tarpon. Yes. They don't have to do much to get walleye. Just reskin the Xander. Not even reskin it, just change it from gray to more yellow. Imagine how, let's see. Oh, fly fishing, walleye. Yeah. Sorry, I was just going back to remember what the walleye reference was. When I think of walleye, I just can't help it. I think of Fishing Planet New York map. Isn't that where they are? Goliath groupers. Oh yeah, no, that'd be crazy. My barracudas. Yeah, that'd be so fun. I just had a really good experience in real life fishing tarpon. Walleye is the same thing as Xander. Yeah. Tarpon reminded me fishing for bass. Except the bass weighed, 5 times as much. Or more, maybe, actually. Peacock bass. What happened to our mackerel? I mean, we're still catching some nice little fish, but... More things to bite rigs off? Yeah. Aren't muskie... I've never gone muskie fishing, but aren't those just, like, really hard to, Like, don't people wait all day trying to hook up with a muskie or something like that? Isn't it, like, require a lot of patience, basically? Really large pike that are more ornery about biting, yeah. That's been my impression. Uh-oh. First fish blue whiting. Fish of 1,000 cast. That's awesome. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, it's not hard to catch them in Ontario? Okay. Maybe it depends on where it is then. The fish of 1,000 cast. So if you translate that into RF4, it's like maybe the fish of 100 cast? I don't know. Maybe they could just be like a rare bycatch when you're going for pike or something. In the right environments. There's muskie fishing near you in Virginia. You know, guys have spent days and not gotten one. Yeah. That's the impression I've gotten about them. But maybe it matters where you are in the world. Fish of 10,000 cast. Scotland and Sweden, really? Muskies feed only at certain temperatures and time of day. Okay, that's interesting. We're so close, y'all. You'd pay $500 for a good ice fishing map? Yeah, that'd be cool. I wonder, I don't know. Like that might be pretty low on their priority list. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm just guessing, but that would be really cool though. A little too small. Azores, welcome back. I at least had a 75 kilo halibut up here in the 75 meter hole, Azores. That would at least give you a little feel for them. Oh yeah, that'd be cool, Dan. The back button on the mouse worked in the shop. Yeah. Did somebody have a trophy haddock? If you look at the developer Q&A, they clarify about SPOM and SPUD. One of them's for smaller particles, one of them's for larger particles, I think was the difference. And I think in the store description, it tells you the difference. North American fish, trout, salmon, bass, all the types of trout would be really cool. Yeah, for sure. If they do fly fishing, then you got to expect that that could be something they would do. I've just never thought of that as like the same map as the bass, because I think of bass as Florida, but bass are in a lot many places other than just Florida, obviously. So same ice fishing tents, ice rods, augers, standard cost less but take more time to drill holes. Automatic ones cost way more but get through the ice faster. 11.6 kilo. Kyle Kid, you just caught a trophy haddock? That's awesome. That is awesome. Good job. First bluefin tuna on a red foam at 41. What? Man. That's amazing. That's great. How many maps will this game have in 20 years? Yeah, it's a great question. 340 gram sculpin. Yeah, I don't know. I seem to, if I throw a big setup in, I still seem to be a halibut magnet personally, but I agree. I agree. Wait, what's the call center fishing? Wait, what are you talking about? Uh, okay, if this is a mackerel, we might have finally done it. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I mean, they're so fun to catch. Especially the poor beagles. I mean, I would love to catch tuna or swordfish, but I haven't really been able to do that much. But poor beagles I occasionally can find, which is nice. What's up, Edward? How's it going? I haven't been to Mosquito in quite a while, Edward, so I'm not sure what's a good spot right now. I would use the VK spot shot, the VK site I showed you earlier. Oh, sorry. Are you someone different? Are you really a different person? Well, in case you weren't here earlier, just go to that, click on the Mosquito Lake link, and look for spots on that. Before I got this set up, I was getting snapped off on the 41 spot. Yeah, I know. It's always the way it is, right? It was nice, like, when I first got my setup, I was able to catch a few poor beagles in the 41, and that was fun. That was cool, because it's so shallow. We are all the same chatter. True. VK's not working? Huh. I don't know then. It is getting, it's getting a little stormy out here. Level 33 with 30. Ooh. That's tough, Lindsay. I don't know. Have you done a trip yet to Norway? Have you done like a gold trip or anything to just kind of see what Norway's like? One trip. What'd you think? I mean, cuz like it's hard for me to put myself in your shoes because you know, I've done all the carp fishing and I love carp fishing. But it's hard for me to figure out like, okay, well, what would I rather do if I was for the first time able to either get some setups going for amber, or I just think the silver is so good at Norway. If you got a Norway setup, you could save for carp setups pretty reasonably. Yeah, and that's the other thing you can already do. Yeah, so I would focus on Norway if I was you, because you can already do the carp fishing at least to a degree with the HSVs. What is the Overlord? Is that the isn't that the Christmas fair one, or is that something you can get all the time? Oh, you got a Corey Char, Scotty? Nice. Goliath? Are you talking about Goliath? The Goliath, okay. And the one nice thing about Goliath is you could use it out here as well, although it might not be ideal for out here. I've heard some mixed reviews on sea fishing with it. Obviously, it's a killer carp sturgeon spinning reel. I mean, we may just be we might have made 250 silver off the mackerel we've caught anyway, but we may not be able to finish this mackerel order because it's stubborn right now. And remind us, Laza, what was your starter setup for Norway? Okay, so you use the Goliath on this map to grind for your Triumph. Okay, that's cool. Ooh, Pidum, nice. So you went 120, huh? I mean, I never dreamed it was going to take me this long to get this last. So I don't know what I'm going to do. All right, Goliath is 120, so use 110 leader. The Triumph is real expensive. It's one of the top of the line ones, right? Was that the one that was the most expensive conventional reel before Norway came out? Or am I wrong on that? That's amazing how well you've been able to save to level 33. That feels like a ton of silver for someone who's level 33. Maybe other people have saved that well also, but I don't know, that's really good. Because no happy hour? Yeah, that helps. That helps save it more, doesn't it? Huh. Safe, I'm guessing? This is just a, like, healthy safe. Yeah. I think that's the right way to look at it. In terms of trying to balance the silver to XP ratio, happy hour is most useful, not so much for XP, but cream dip? Cream dip. Wait, is this dip? This is ground bait. Wait. Where are my dips? Is that under, are dips under baits or ground bait? Oh, here it is. Alright, let's see. Cream. That's all I got. I don't know any spots for mosquito, and I'm not going to repeat myself again. So please understand that I don't currently know any spots for mosquito. If you mostly lure fish, you don't have to buy baits all the time. Yeah, that's true. Ooh, look at the squid. It's a baby squid. Scotty's at Quarry, right? One thing you could do, Derry, is look at the weeklies on Quarry Char and Savan. Savan Trout? Is that what it is? Savan Trout? That's one, at least to get started. I don't know what Scotty's using, though. Scotty caught a Quarry, I think. And don't forget, you can look at like different regions if you want to kind of get some different ideas. And you can also look under ultralight. Sometimes, at least for color of lure, can be good information on what they've happened to come in on the ultralight category as well. Ooh. Oh, you're almost a dropper. Yeah, you're so close. So close. That, to me, out of everything so far, that was the biggest one, is unlocking droppers. I mean, all the other unlocks and being able to use the medium boat rod and, you know, those big lures or whatever, all that's been interesting, but nothing was as impactful as that. Yeah, that's a good point, 8 and Bait. You've had really good time with the Paternoster as well. You're level 11. I tell you what, I will do this. If you send me an in-game message and let me know that it's you, I will send you a few baits to try out. Okay, let me take a quick bio break. I think we're gonna just head down. Yeah, let's start the, not that I've completely given up, but we're probably not getting the... Oh, I was just gonna do 170 and actually try to hit a random football or something. So we actually don't have very far to go. Alright, I'll be right back. Yeah, if you want to send me a message, I will respond. What are we drinking tonight? I actually have Diet Coke right now. Diet Coke, and I've been drinking water. Alright, let's look at those footballers. Wait, are there no weekly football fish? Oh, when y'all said you have to be lucky, you weren't kidding. Okay, so we're not actually targeting those, are we? Oh, leaderboards got reset. Oh, okay. Okay. Y'all, I was like, what? Alright, so the most recent one was when? Oh, yeah, that was just yesterday. And that was the what? We're using that one. Okay, so we should be good. 2301. Oh, wait, no, that's colored octopus, not... Alright, so let's switch to that. 2103, 2302. So that's the only change we'll make is... Let's see. It's these. Oh, I don't have the O2. I don't have the O1. So maybe we don't worry about it. Yeah, let's just fish with this exact setup. I mean, this has been working up in 75. The only, the only thing about this is just the amount of time we have to wait for it to drop, right? So we really don't want to, like, we want to try our best to only catch big fish. Oh, nice, Python. Norling. Are you spelling that correctly? Is this on YouTube? I don't know if I know that. Norling. Is it just Norling Gaming? Did they start recently? Looks like maybe 6 months ago.
To another episode of my Trophy Log series. This is the series where we keep track of our most prized possessions. In the last episode, we managed to catch a new trophy on Belaya River, which was a trophy common roach. In this episode, we are heading to a different body of water, but before we do that, this is the fun spot segment of the video where I try your fishing spots. Today's fun spot is by me. Give me more fun spots, guys. Doesn't need to be unwinding. I decided to go to Donetsk because I have never ever fished on it and I just recently unlocked it. From this random spot, I managed to get nace, situ, bream, zebra mussel, pike, white-eye bream. The wind was super bad, so I went back to the camp to fish on the dock. I managed to land a nice 494 gram situ, one of my favorite fish in real life, which was a rod and a situ plus a nice Pontic shad. I filled in a situ cafe order for 18 silver and then sold the rest of the fish
Seems
for
good.
51 silver, which is not too shabby.
I'll tell you one major difference, and I appreciate the fact that that person does this, but it has been a long time since I have actually edited a video, and his looks heavily edited, which is a good thing. I mean, I think it's good. It skips to the action, right? But that's going to have a very different feel. I wish I did do more editing. I honestly, I don't even know what I would edit in these days. I don't remember what I used to edit in. I used to have some program, free program, and I would edit for YouTube. But that was like really before I started streaming. Once I started streaming, I realized I just didn't have time for everything. And so I kind of gave up the idea of editing videos. All right, what can we get here? Yeah, he seemed good. Is that right, Dan? That's fascinating. All right, sleep well. Check the other region, Atlantic bluefin tuna. Okay, will do. It'd be fitting for M-Dog get the first football to pop up in his chat. Oh yeah, that'd be great. I agree. That would be fitting. Does he also stream, Derry, or just videos on YouTube? Hey, we caught something. Starting to wonder if we were going to catch anything here at all. This is down deep. The one thing I'll say is, like, I mean, I love the idea. I think for me, though, when I've tried to do stuff like that before, coordinating times and all that, it just gets to be too much. You know, like, this is a hobby, it's fun. Already, you know, you already struggle at times to find the time. Trying to coordinate with someone else's schedule can be really brutal. But, you know, I'm always happy to promote other people and, you know, who knows? Brana says, should I not worry about saltwater stuff at level 26 or should I start saving now? I mean, I think if I was level 26 and seeing kind of what it's like at Norway, I would at least have that be a part of my thought process as I started like planning my gear out, what I was saving for. But, you know, remember, a lot of people have gotten started at Norway once they do hit 34 with things like the HSV, which you might already have or already be saving for. So I don't know that it has to completely derail, you know, the plans you have currently, but... Ooh, how about you pull a Cusk 170 meters? Let's see. Just want to get a little more centered here. $40-minute, 5-day ticket paid on Archie, only 17 fish. Good fish or not good fish? Oh, that's a great idea. I think, and that would be so fun to put together. It would not be easy to do once I'm back at work. But, you know, when I'm at home throughout the week, that is a great video idea. Because if I'm streaming most days, you know, I could even just create a video doing voiceover over some of my streams from that week, talking about the different hotspots that have stood out. Or I could just, you know, I don't have to do voiceover over a video. I could record something new, but that's a great idea. You get Cusk at 215. That's a depressing feeling. Yeah, I would imagine. It's Cusk time. Yeah, that's true. Is there a saltwater equivalent to HSV? Not at this point, I don't think. I don't think any one reel has emerged as the like obvious first choice, where like the HSV is the pretty well accepted as the first choice to start carp fishing. Pike, few Ladogas, and one Atlantic. Oh, you got Atlantic. That's kind of cool. No, I am not a fisherman for work. I'm a counselor for work. Camp Discord servers to get the info. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I could still put it out. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I could still, with just a little bit of research, figure out what seems to be the hot spots. I think I would just be afraid that I would miss a lot if I hadn't been pretty involved each day myself. What is going on over there?
He's a security guard who's like famous for dancing, and he has his own YouTube channel.
Okay. You counsel people on fishing. Makes sense. Yeah, true. All right. See what the second fish is. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that is fun. Glad you had a good time at Quarry. Anyone have any green algae? What are you fishing for, Junior Mall? Silvers or something? What if we try to fish Norway for tiny fish with Spark 2000? Man, even like a mackerel could be interesting on a Spark, right? Oh, interesting. It would be content, I'll give you that. This is the inning, love. It's now or never. You're not going to make up 4 in the ninth, so. Dave the Diver is terrific. Oh, there's a cafe order for that trophy sorry, I think. I think there was a 600 gram cafe order. Sorry. Where are y'all catching the sorries at, by the way? Does anybody know? Shark something is watching, uses algae, and he was catching nice carp. That's really cool. 34? Okay. You've only ever caught them at 34? Oh, interesting. Okay. Are the mackerel also biting at 34 or not so much? Oh, interesting. Only 2 mackerels in 2 hours at 34. Okay, yeah, that's fascinating. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So he hit that on the drop. What if we stop this at like 30? Just perk it for a minute, see if anything happens. First poor beagle of the day, but it's a small one. I like it when something hits it on the drop. I feel like, although it could just be a safe or something like that, like, there's a chance it's something we want to see. Yo, 8 and bait. Nice scallop. Very nice, Renzi. Alright, let's test something here. You think you can make more carping? Interesting. You think you can make more carping? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Especially with Amber doing really well at the moment. That might be true. But with marine skill, you're also like working towards a goal. And I feel like once you get to a certain point, at least, you can definitely make even more silver. I don't know. I don't. Good spots at Bear. I haven't fished at Bear in a long time. Since before vacation, at least. I tried that. There was a spot for Golden Tench before I went on vacation, but it wasn't. I didn't do very well at it. How far did I just let this drop? This was supposed to stop at the surface. I think I forgot what rig I was using. I just wanted to see if there was like any healthy mackerel at all here. But then I just let it keep dropping. We'll stop it at 20 and see what happens. Well, they've blown this game wide open, haven't they?
Unfortunately.
Not that they're not here at all, because we've caught a couple. But they don't seem to be quite as fast biting as they were at 75. Oh, that's a blue whiting. Okay. Alrighty. Let's try this again. Now that it's a little later. Alright, Kyle Kid. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time. All right. Let's see if we can finish that mackerel order. As I get closer to the time that I have to go, I've just got to be mindful of not getting in any fights with fish that I don't have time to finish. So we've still got a little bit of time, but let's just go see if we can get that one last mackerel on the 30 meter. Is that where we were when we first started? I think it was 30. Did I say Scotty? I don't know. Oh, yeah, for sure. Sorry, I forgot that, actually. Yeah, I should be streaming tomorrow. I think I've got an appointment at 4, so hopefully I'll start earlier, because I'll have to be off by then. Unless I did one later, but I think I'll probably do it earlier. Tell you what. All right, other weekly. Hey, the only one. That's awesome. Yeah, if I had more time, and maybe we can do some testing tomorrow. I wanted to try some of the giant silicone lures, jigging rigs, as well as maybe some of the huge fillets and stuff again too. Like, that was really fun. Try out some of the different holes and such, but I don't know if I want to keep that on there. Why don't we go kind of mix it up a little bit? Let's go with a yellow one. It may not be right now, but sometimes the yellow has done really well for me on mackerel. That's the ball game. Yeah, I want to try trolling the big jigging lure too. Apparently that's a thing. I didn't know that. Really? What's up, Big Drock? Trolling the flying collar rig. I didn't know that either. Does it say that in the description? Or did somebody just discover that? Flatfish hit it. Okay. The paternoster also works. Okay. Moonstars, thanks for the follow. The two spazzes in my chat figured it out. Am I wrong? Am I misremembering? Isn't this where we started for mackerel today? It is? Okay. I don't know. It's went through a little rough patch there. Maybe I had it too deep. Shallow areas with it? Okay. We had to warm the water up a little bit, but we're rolling now. Gold Knight, thank you for the follow. Yeah, that's what I'm here for, Big Drock. Clear out the Halley for you. Yeah, I'm a Halley magnet right now. I was when I fished on vacation as well. No, sorry, I wasn't catching Halley in real life. I was on vacation in real life, but most days still tried to fish, at least for, you know, part of my happy hour, and I was still catching Halley there too. Really, Python? That's awesome. Yeah. Apparently they were pretty amazing before the first nerf, especially for silver. Of course, I didn't have the gear for Halley at that point. I did get to fish them before the second nerf, but then I've still caught them pretty regularly after the second nerf, so. Yo. Is there audio on this? Thanks for showing that, Blunty. What an amazing skill to be able to program something like that. Like, I just have no idea. It's like literally like a foreign language. That's awesome, Blenty. Are you going to keep putting updates on your YouTube channel? Are you planning on doing that? Okay, I'll have to check it out later on the audio. You just hauled in a 56-kilo Greenland shark on a dead fish? A dead fish. Oh, nice. Okay, that's interesting. Do you care if I share your YouTube channel here, Blenty? In case people want to check it out. Morning, Hotshot. Where's your dream fishing holiday destination and for what species? I have no idea. That is such a good question. I really have no idea. I wish I had a good answer to that, but I really don't. What about you? The dead fish freshness had gone? Yeah, so that's really interesting that a Greenland shark still went for it. We need to do some more testing there on that. Steelhead trout, okay. Oh, it's your second channel. Okay. Well, there you go. If you want to follow along as Blunty makes you should link your first channel on your second channel. I feel like I must already be subbed to your first channel, but I'm not sure. Hey, that's a pretty good size one. The VK links aren't working for you? Really? What about just going straight to VK? Takes you to the VK home. Interesting. But like if you just Google search RF4 VK, does that take you to the RF4 VK home? Yeah, or do what Physician just said. Yo, Canadian Way, you should start posting them again. I'll help promote them. We'll get you some views. GTA 5, huh? Have we had any decent pollock? Not really. And we had a 5 kilo, but they still add up. They're really good. Where to find grease for reels? Grease is the same place where you repair reels is where you can change the grease out or fix the grease. Replace the grease. Oh, interesting. Which grease are you looking for? What was out of stock at Volkov? I'm really curious. This is a safe. Everything. What? Yeah, maybe you need to relog. What reel are you trying to change the grease on? Like, which reel are you searching for the stuff on? The Vinga? So I know I switched the grease out here at Norway on my Vinga, which may not have been the cheapest option, but I think I just did it while I was fishing here. But it's hard for me to imagine that it would be out of stock at Volkov. Maybe, have you tried relogging? I would try that at least once just to make sure. That way you don't travel around anymore before kind of figuring out what's going on. I thought things were escalating. That happened quick. True. Yeah, that's true. Not a lot protecting me from the poor beagles or whatever right now. What would we be most scared of in these waters? Wait, isn't that big enough? Yes. Wait, what do you mean that fillet is now in stock? M-Dog fillet. Oh, I get it. I get it. Sorry. I'm a little slow. Can't keep up with the joke. You know, my brain moves from one thing to the next. Yes, M-Dog fillet now in stock. Very, very true. All right, be right back. I literally read that as M-Dog. The fillet is back in stock. Oh, where? I didn't know there was a fillet we were waiting on. So just to check for you here, if you're still with us, Gray Fox, if I go to Reels and go to this Venga, it looks like there are plenty of options available for silver in at least here in the you know, shop here at Norway. And I think what I've been going with is the the stab, either the extra solid or reactive, maybe? Is that right, chat? Is that what y'all have pretty much been doing? One of the nicer stabs? Extra solid? Okay, so this one. Extra solid always. Okay. So I think any of my nicer reels, since y'all have been telling me this, I've been trying to put this same one on there. I think that's the case. Like, let's look at this Venga. This has, oh, I haven't done this one. I might have been waiting because they didn't really need it yet. But I think on some of my reels I have done that. Any reel above 10K, just use extra solid. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Exactly 4 mackerel for 250 silver. Love it. I don't think there's anything else we got close to. But at least one person in chat had the Sori order as well. Physician, I really don't know. But I think supposedly people that did some testing discovered that that grease was kind of working the best. Okro says, I think someone mentioned reactive for C. Yeah, I'm not sure. I couldn't remember, but now that people were saying it, I do think extra solid is what I've heard the most of. All right, so 270 for the halibut, 93 for the little king crab, porbeagle, even a small porbeagle is good silver. One of these days we got to get on the swordfish. Can't seem to get on the swordfish. It's supposed to stand up the best at Norway. There you go. I guess protection, like it wears down the slowest if you have that grease. Something like that. Okay, so how are we feeling about 1682? To be fair, we did a lot of mackerel fishing today. So 3.5 hours, 1682. So if it was 4 hours, it'd be 400 per hour. So it's a little more than that. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good for me. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay. Whose shark is this? Oh, of course. AC3. 322. That is such a nice Greenland. Did we ever find out how much that sold for? Ultralights, you want to use the long casting. All right. I'm going to take off. But as always, thanks for hanging out. Y'all are the best. Thanks for the support. Some good subs, lots of follows. Most importantly, thanks for